this is Anne. I just finished a workout, and part of what I was doing made me think that I would actually make this little video for you. It's a common question that I get asked an awful lot, and that is basically on keeping the lower abdominals flat and that whole pelvic floor active, especially with some of the things that people see me do. I can still do stuff with the kids, like my daughter's trying to learn a handstand with a straddle, which is where the legs go out to the sides. So a few shocked parents were kind of like, how come you can still do that? Well, here is the answer. Here is stage 1 to the answer. And this will help you bouncing on the trampoline, running after the kids, bending over, sneezing, all those horrible things that we need to fix up after childbirth. Not so pleasant. First thing I'd like to make a note on though is please make sure that your abdominals don't dome, okay? So quite often after childbirth and years beyond, if it's not been worked at, the abdominals still dome, okay? Abdominals come in nice and flat. So for this exercise, you're going to need a towel, okay? Kids' towel works best at just rolling it up like so. Dog gets to sleep through all of this. Okay, then the towel goes under your lower back, more precisely under the lower belly button. Under the lower belly button, under the belly button. Don't know what that was about. Okay, and the purpose of the towel is to try and keep is to maintain your spine in a neutral position. Okay, so you should have that curve in the lower back. Okay, from here, belly button comes in. I like to think about pulling it up, and the reason that I like to think about pulling it up is because it naturally makes me pull everything up, okay? So everything comes up and flat. The pelvic floor, both front and back, pull in together, okay? Right, so we're making that whole lower unit very strong. Now from here, you can tell that if everything is active and working, because when you take your 2 fingers and you slide them in over your hip bones, you can feel the bulges pushing back at you. Once you're in here, make sure you feel the pressure that you have against the towel. Bring the knees up, keeping the feet close to the butt. Relax the shoulders. Not like just what I did, I just tensed them up. Okay, keeping all that tension on that lower area. I'm just making note that I like to close my eyes with this because it helps me really feel what's going on. And from here, just releasing one foot and then the other side. Okay, keeping that tension, so the same tension on the towel, and making sure that the tension is in on the fingers with those lower abdominals. Keep the levers nice and short, meaning that the heel is close to the butt while you start this exercise. And of course, I've completely lost count. I always do that. If you do always lose count, like I do, just remember the leg you start with, right? So I always start with my left leg, so I know that I always have to finish with my right leg. And that way, I know that I'm even, okay? Just a little tip for you there. Keep pulling that pelvic floor up. Okay, at the point, okay, that was my last one. Pulling down, everything's nice and flat, both feet down, and you can let go. The point in time when you know you have finished is when you're unable to keep the tension on, or the work transfers into the lower back. Okay? That's not something that we're aiming for. We're aiming for this whole pelvic floor area to really work and to stay nice and firm and everything nice and flat. Okay, either tomorrow or the next day, I will post the next stage of what I did that allowed me to keep my tummy nice and flat, not that that was actually my goal, and to do the other things that I can do, like bouncing on trampoline, handstands, and all that kind of stuff. I'll see you soon.